That ending of that episode last night,
Pretty crazy.
it was about to hit the fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tease anything?
Dom will stop at nothing to find out, who did it, where it happened, how it happened, and I think she's obviously onto something. She plays the role of law enforcement on the show. She's sort of the antagonist of F Society. I think from everyone, everyone has to. In season 2, sort of the world is expanding of Mr. Robot, and they all have to deal with what happened and the consequences of their actions from season 1. And so that's what I sort of represent.
There's a theme of loneliness in every character.
Yes.
And last night we got to see a bit of that.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you just talk about that part of her journey and how she will react when she finds these people?
I think she uses her work to sort of escape from herself, and I think that she's lonely, but she's not alone. I feel like she's sort of a bright light in a dark world, and she's trying to find the people who turn all the lights out. I think amidst her complexities and her layers as a very real human being, she's what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. She's sort of eternally optimistic. Which is what I love about her.
You guys have kind of had an interesting filming schedule this season, right? Like, how is that? Because you're filming like everything in one location, right?
Yeah.
And then how does that translate for you and how you approach your character?
It's hard. It takes a lot of actors' homework to figure out what where he shot, what happened before, what happened after. It's a lot like shooting a movie. But I sort of, in this case, like to know everything that happened and will happen. Usually when I'm on a TV show, I don't like to be informed. I don't want my performance to be informed by what will happen. I usually like to be surprised. But in this case, I was just surprising myself anyway by doing what I was doing. So, because my character is so complicated. That was really hard, yeah. The scheduling was... Luckily, Sam directed every episode, so he was there throughout every single day, every single minute. Never lost his cool, never got stressed out. It seemed to be the only one, everyone really had their shit together, but he was very... I don't know how he does it.
I don't either.
The show is so dark and heavy. Are there moments of levity when you guys aren't filming where you can kind of break out of that, or is it?
Yeah. It's such a good hang on the show. And Sam is so goofy and so lovely, and the DP, I love him. I mean, all the camera guys, the costume, they're all hair and makeup. It's funny because it's such a happy, light set, and then we go into this really dark mood. But we definitely play around and joke around a lot. Yeah.
I remember very fondly the work you did on the newsroom.
Oh, thanks.
Another writer with a very specific voice. And then, so what's that like to go from something like that to another show like this with another writer with a very specific voice and tone?
I feel these two people are obviously very different. But I sort of like how they're both very driven and ambitious and tough women. Sort of in a male-dominated society, or a job rather. I played a young Nora Ephron on this Amazon show that I'm doing called Good Girls Revolt, which is also another strong female voice that we've had. I feel lucky to tell a story that I think is important and that I respond to, and that will somehow make a difference in the world, or to someone, or to some girl out there. That's my goal.
What do you think the message is of Mr. Robot? Like, what do you connect with about it?
What?
What do you think the message is of Mr. Robot? Like, what do you connect with about it the most?
Oh, I think it speaks to a very, I think it's a rarity on TV. I think it speaks to a very pervasive modern mood of distrust in society. I think it speaks to the way we live online versus the way we live not online, offline rather. I don't know, I just think it's also really cool. It looks beautiful. Yeah, the colors and the sound. It's sort of a nice experience to sit down and watch a TV show that encompasses all of that and fills all of those.
Are you big on social media?
No, I don't have any of it.
You don't want any of it, especially after the show?
Yeah, I've become much more aware of like how easy it is to hack into someone like that. I'm not a very paranoid person, but I definitely understand now that it's way beyond what we think it is, and that's a scary thing.
Guys, we're gonna wrap. Thank you.
Thank you.